haven't seen Snap before, it's super straightforward and easy to get into. There are 3 locations in the center of the board here. The goal is to have the most power at 2 of these 3 locations when the game ends after turn 6. Your cards have a mana cost in the top left and a power in the top right. In the case of Hood here, he gives -2 power at his location, but he notably generates a 1 mana 6 power demon. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop him down here to the left. Demony boy. Similar to Hearthstone and other games of the style, you get 1 mana per turn each turn. Scar put our beast into play here. It's a little unfortunate. I kind of wanted the beast to pick my Hood back up so we can make another demon. I'm gonna go ahead and just demon mid. Getting their Electra out before we put our 1 power demon down though has some value here, which is nice. Debris is a fun one. On reveal, add a rock to each other location for each player. I'm gonna go ahead and put her to the right, and we'll generate some crap into the left and center paths for folks. We each get to draw a card. Okay, and there is Carnage, who says destroy all your other cards in a given location. This gets +2 power for each one destroyed this way. This is another way we get rid of Hood and turn its downside into a reasonable upside. The question is, what do I want to do from here, though? I only have 4 resources this turn. It could be like Spider-Woman mid, but I kind of want to wait for Spider-Woman until we can get more value off of her and get full minus. I think I might just Ironheart left here. It could be right to just Spider-Woman mid and then Ironheart into Carnage next turn on 5 here. You should be in the Marvel Snap category. Yeah, there you go. Let's do this. Okay, so they are very clearly playing to win Nova Roma. We are hoping to win center plus left. What are the odds I get burned if we Hobgoblin here? Probably high. I think I'm gonna Ironheart plus Carnage, and that leaves us the ability to Iceman plus Dr. Octopus left next turn. Doc Ock, right? I don't know about that. The Ant-Man is +3, basically, so they're kind of at 14 here. Wait, we'll wait and see what they do next turn. But, like, Carnage is going to... Oh, I guess with this sequencing, if I want to eat the Ironheart, Carnage might be eating something that this is buffing. So maybe medium sequencing here. It gets Carnage something extra to eat, but ideally we want these Ironheart buffs to go this way. Perfect, just like we drew it up. Okay, so Strong Guy here says gets +6 power if their hand is empty. Their hand currently has 4 cards in it, but they could be playing cards that let them discard cards. It's almost assuredly the case, so they're basically at 13 in this path here, and they're gonna play 2 more cards. They're kind of at 20 over on the right with Bishop. If we Doc Ock plus Iceman, that puts us to 20 here, which means we do die to a Hellcow that's been buffed by Nakia. Black Widow gives them a card. That's interesting. She definitely does that, but I have priority here, right? Which means my cards flip first. That's not necessarily a guarantee. I think we just Doc Ock into Iceman here and hope that 20 is enough on the left. Iron Man is their last card. Brutal. Wait, did we win though? Oh, we lost the tiebreaker by a narrow margin. So we tied here on 20 and 20 because they couldn't get their hand empty for a Strong Guy. And then we're up 13 power here and they're up 15 power here. I don't think we had a mechanic to play around that. It's a close game. And that's it. That's a whole game of Snap. Less than 5 minutes to get through. The games are quick and punchy, which is really nice inside of a card game. Card games obviously all have an inherent level of variance associated with them, and the fact that games are shorter means the variance tends to feel a lot less bad. The start here is not particularly good. On turn 4, this shuffles our stuff back into our deck. I guess I'm gonna Korg into Carnage over here and just put a 6-power thing out. So they just Akia'd their hand, but Adelan here is gonna put those back in their deck and then give them a new one. I one-board my way into going to bed at 2 in the morning. Yep, that's definitely a real risk. Huh? So Viper's another card that combos with Hood. This gives our opponent control of one of our cards. I don't know that I'm into doing that this turn, though. This might be a... What if I Black Widow into Viper here in the middle, and then if they don't play here, this kicks a Raptor over and kind of locks this path at 6 power. And even if they do play here, it's not that big of a downside, right? And Black Widow gives them a Widow's Bite to lock them out of their draw next turn. Okay, I think I like this. Okay, this makes us incredibly likely to win the center location with Viper here. Well, they're also a Carnage variation. Interesting. There's a Debris. So if I Debris middle, she'll kick rocks into both of these, and she gives me a win in the center here. And then I think I'm gonna Beast left to pick these back up. It could be right to Hood, though, as well. To get a 6-power demon for next turn. It's close, though. Carnage probably wins left, right? Oh, Doc Ock's kind of fun. Okay, so I could go Rock, Carnage, Doc Ock here. And then Carnage is 10 and Doc Ock is 10. I think I'm gonna snap them here. Just retreated. Victory. Debris and Viper are such sweet mechanics in terms of disrupting your opponent's board by taking up their space. It's a really neat design space this game has since you have limited number of positions to put cards in. The core idea of this deck that we're playing does a really good job to leverage kind of the design space that Snap has as a card game. I'm gonna Hood to the right here into an unknown location currently because we don't want to play it in Wakanda because cards can't be destroyed there. We're probably gonna have Carnage eat the Hood down the line. Demon into Wakanda. Well, Iceman over here, probably setting up Carnage to eat these. Alright, that's kind of fun. So Black Widow will give them 2 Widow's Bites to kind of fill their hand with crap here. Oh, I guess if this is an Aki'a, they're going to be 4-power things though, right? Just a cable deal. Oh, does he draw? Wait, weird. What happened there? Did Black Widow stop Cable? Is that what happened there? Carnaging this turn isn't particularly resource efficient, but it's definitely the play. I think I'm gonna Hobgoblin left here. Although Hobgoblin mid probably wins mid, right? So let's do that. Ah, Professor X, get out of here. Nice cheese, String Bean. Goodbye. Have some crap, chat. All right, Wakandan Embassy making our Hobgoblin worse is kind of big sad, but it is what it is. If Professor X had flipped first there, the game is actually bugged currently, and it doesn't give you the... It doesn't give you the thing. It's supposed to give you... Goblin is supposed to move even if Professor X flips first, according to the developers. Alright, so we'll debris some crap into here and here, and then we'll hood here as well, so we find a Carnage. We can eat this up.
Wind aid my hand.
A very small window to win the flooding now. Looks like we are not going to be able to. Do I Korg the flooding, or do I Korg over here? I might want a card that's better than Korg over to the left. I think we just do this. I think I want a Korg for the disruptive value and the tiebreaker, technically. Them kicking Korg to the mid is actually kind of great for us. I couldn't play him here. Do we just Hobgoblin mid now? I think we just Hobgoblin mid, right? Now we're lined up to Doc Ock next turn. Good old rock. Nothing beats rock, chat. Does plus 12 here win this? I guess there's a chance it doesn't, right? Because they could have what's going to pull their other card into play. I'm not going to snap, but I'm going to stay in. Ah, get out of here. Yeah, I don't know if this deck that we're playing is very good, but it definitely leverages the design space of Snap as a game in a really sweet way. That's fun. It makes it fun to play. Big fan of everything that's going on in this deck. Big prison control deck energy. I am missing Green Goblin. If you have a copy of Green Goblin, you should play it in here. That's a card I'm missing. I mean, Green Goblin's like a baby Hobgoblin. Ace, you just do this here for the sake of resource efficiency. It's close. Alright, part of me just wants to carnage here. Well, that's sad. Alright, we're probably losing middle to strong guy. I did have a good time, KYKY. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I guess it's just Spider-Woman left, huh? And then we like Hood plus whatever we draw on turn 5, and then we Doc Ock plus Demon Token on 6. It's unfortunate that we're flipping up first here, so whatever they play here doesn't get minus by her, but that's what it is. Alright, so they have 2 copies of Swarm in their deck. Once they fill this turn, feels low, right? Damn. I think that loses us the game. We gamble a little bit and lost. So I get Chavez plus 2 swarms now. Maybe I'm just supposed to Hood Viper middle, but then I don't get to get 2 demons. But I guess I couldn't play 2 demons anyways, right? I think Shang-Chi is just too situational. I'd much rather have Spider-Woman be an 8 power swing. Win even against Chavez? Well, their strong guy was plus 12 in the center chat. Or are you saying I was winning right? I don't actually know now. If someone's going back and telling me you counted I was winning right, I believe you, but I didn't count it, so. I'm not going to agree or disagree with you. I'm going to tell you I didn't count it before I conceded. The bishop was going to be 3-5. I don't remember how much other total power they had there. Well, we're definitely widowing. I think we're widowing into DC. Hey, Ender SP, thanks for the Prime. Appreciate the 11 months. And Thrin, thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back. Rocks do get plus 3 in DC. That is accurate. Nothing to do here. Super unfortunate that we've just like... We have 3 cards that cost 4 or more, right? We've just like drawn all of them in our top 6 cards. Yeah, would I have also beaten plus Chavez on the left, though? I don't know. Like I said, if you go back and count it and tell me that we beat it, I believe you. But the answer to your question is no, I conceded because I didn't count that. I'm not conceding after I tell you and look deterministically. Yes, I counted that we could deterministically win, and that is why I conceded. I think we Hobgoblin into DC here now, right? And then we plan to Doc Ock into Clintar on 5, and we could go from there. Because wave means that, that's kind of a scary one. The fact that they're on Giganto makes me take pause about Doc-Ocking this turn. Would I rather simply Doc-Ock into nowhere? Is that better? It's close. Giganto could mean they have a bunch of large stuff here.
Wind, aid my hand.
Like that. Like that. That kills us here. We're gonna lose to Killmonger regardless, I think. So, just get to bounce out now. Even if this was Shang-Chi here, I guess Shang-Chi would have killed Giganto plus any other big threat they play here, but then we still only tie middle, right? If they play into the right, we just lose anyways. Again, I can Carnage plus Spider-Woman here, which gives me a total of 8. And then they're going to get -3 here. Is that good enough to stay in? It's probably not, right? Because we're going to tie here, and then they're going to win the tiebreaker over here by a lot if they play here. We're supposed to bounce. Hey, 3 Deuce, thanks for the brand new Prime. It's my full-time gig here on Twitch. I'm going to be able to be without folks like you. Thanks for keeping me around. I don't think Hazmat's very good here. I tested Hazmat in a couple of earlier iterations, and the problem with Hazmat is that it's not actually advantageous unless you have less stuff in play than your opponent, and this deck puts a lot of stuff into play for both players. So our deck doesn't really break the parity that Hazmat creates. Jala's not a terrible one here. And then we can Hood Viper next turn. About to get punked by Green Goblin? Storm, sure.
Wind, aid my hand.
Is Viper purely for the Hood synergy? She's also good with Debris. Do I want to play a demon into here? I could just punt this. I'm kind of into just punting this, I think. Wow, they punted it too? That's surprising. Do we beat this Wong middle? Maybe? If we do this, that leaves us a 8 power Carnage in the middle. Okay, I think I like this. Feeding their Electra there is huge. Oh! Ironheart means I win the flooded zone, right? Or we tie the flooded zone? And then I just have to win a tiebreaker? Wait, what if I debris first? They're gonna move Nightcrawler to the flooded. I mean, are they? They only play one card this turn. Permutations here, chat. I think we do this. Because this means I tie here unless they move Nightcrawler, and then we just, like, win hard here. Oh, they have Doctor Doom. Wait. They still lost mid, right? So we're cool? Okay, we're cool. Good check. Good check. Yeah, Doc, that's not a lot of power here because we locked them with Hood. Hood in the rock here. Yeah, solid win. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, Icy, if their card collection model breaks their game or not. Like, if there's anything that makes this game not successful, it's how their card acquisition works. Central Park's actually pretty decent for our deck because it helps clog the board even more. So if I Black Widow here, I can Beast pick these up next turn. Again, Black Widow gives them a 0 mana card that says you don't draw cards. That's super unfortunate. Oh, do they get to draw now because it discarded that as well? That's such a tilter. And I was just like, have nothing to do with my mana this turn? Yeah, back it in moment. Ooh, green goblin with Angela is actually kind of sweet, huh? Because it triggers her and then it jumps over. I'm gonna have to remember that. This is one of the cards I'm definitely waiting to open. I would like to play it in this deck, but with Angela, it seems like it could go into a few different things. Much longer until I have all the cards, about 3 weeks. Early August.
Wind, aid my hand.
I mean, this game was largely not decided by getting out anything so much as it's just like every variance roll that could go poorly has gone poorly for us. I think the last card I get will be Magic. Yeah, I'm 3 or 4 days behind Dara because Dara both got invited to the beta before I did and Dara had enough boosters that on the days they were booster capping us, he didn't get capped out. Goblin's probably comparable to Debris. Viper is worth without Debris in your deck. Something to note though. With only Hood, Viper's a little bit lackluster. Eat. Well. I think I'm gonna Hood here, and then we'll Debris right next turn, and then Viper will have a 50-50 shot at putting something decent across to them next turn.
Avengers! Assemble.
Although I guess that's a little scary. Maybe with this draw we actually pivot off the Viper plan. We just go Carnage plus Demon. Yeah, I think that's the line. It's too much risk if they played something out here. Not the one drop I wanted for Christmas. Guess we just Doc got Kieran up to win the tiebreaker, huh? Ah, fucking bots playing bad cards. Yeah, you get a good chunk of pool 3 before it slows down. Speaking of boosters, I miss farming boosters the last couple of days when we were on vacation. So I've got 2,600 credits right now I can't spend yet. That'll change after a couple hours here today.
This land can never be fully known.
I guess we're putting a rack into our own deck. It's not particularly exciting. That's not particularly great for us. That doesn't really matter. Let's play Debris to the right. So that way, if this ends up on Crimson Cosmos, we have something in here at least.
This land is always changing.
We can feed the bite to Lockjaw, because I don't really have a lot of cards I want to flip out randomly. Our deck has a lot of, like, imagine we hit Doc Ock and pull a bunch of stuff out of their hand, right? Like, decks that build around Lockjaw, like, typically build their deck in a specific way to leverage Lockjaw. They're playing Wave in their Mr. Negative deck? That's so weird. I guess they're like playing it as a hate card. Feels like a strange inclusion. Oh! Would keeping Widow's Bite in my hand have prevented them from... I think it might have, the way this is worded against Weird Worlds. I don't actually know offhand. Alright, if Ironheart hits any of these, we win left. Then I've got 11 power here. Yeah, I think chat's right. I think if I would have held this in my hand, it says cards in your deck cannot be drawn. Both players draw from their opponent's decks. Intuitively, that sounds to me like, Alright, we need just one of these 3 hits over here, chat. Alright, sometimes lucky.
Victory.
I actually don't know, chat. I was playing on autopilot and wasn't paying attention. Thank you are correct that we punted by playing it out. I mean, honestly, our opponent also made the mistake by playing it to begin with, but we didn't realize what their mistake was. The Hood!
Oh, snap.
I think Hood into the sewer with Viper rolled up's a snap chip. I'll put another minus power into here for each of us. I think I just needed to breathe this turn though, right? Like, I don't think I can wait to do this till after Murder Worlds. Just gotta go. Dream Dimension is actually super unfortunate the way our draw is lined up. Just chill on the demon for now. Wait to figure out where we want to commit this. Fortunate we have priority here, so whatever they're gonna play into their Angela doesn't get tagged by Spider-Woman. Do I like Viper? No, I think she's terrible. That's why I've got a copy of her in my deck. We're just torched here. The Dream Dimension is just so good against the fact that we're playing 5s our top end. Someone said Hood Viper is the same amount of power anywhere else. Not if we're planning to Carnage it. And we didn't know what either of these locations were when we hooded. So like if you like Hood Middle or Hood into Murder World, like Murder World is bad for us, or things like Space Throne are bad for us. So there's risk to putting your card into a face down location too. 50 gold, the most useless of all. This is our next card. 114, so we're like 60 levels off. So not gonna be today. We've not played Ghost Rider yet on stream. I played it some off stream. Ghost Rider is like playing this game on easy mode. The games aren't particularly interesting or engaging, and your opponent loses frequently. It's definitely one of the best things for climbing with. I think Ghost Rider and Nikki are the two best cards in the game at the moment. Strong Guy, not particularly good for us. Your deck is not great at emptying its hand. Ghost Rider is rough without Invisible Woman. That's just like not remotely true at all. Invisible Woman is really important with Hela specifically. But I don't think Ghost Rider has any inherent synergy with Invisible Woman that you're not getting anyways. Like Sif just is so good at enabling Ghost Rider. There's no deck gets great. You literally just get to slot it into everything. Like you just put Lady Sif, Ghost Rider, and then some good 6 drops, and it's just like any deck you want to put it into. Well, that's kind of great. So we get to Beast bail these out of here now. Yeah, Sif removes a lot of variance. Well, we can play some Ghost Rider after this game. It's very good. All right, so we're definitely losing the hub. What are the odds we get torched for hobgoblining the Shadowland this turn? This is probably the safer play, right? Then we'll Korg here as well in order to get a rock that they might draw this turn. Could have Hobgoblin the Shadow. No, we definitely don't Hobgoblin left. We're punting the left. We win if you don't take the risk? Yeah, maybe. We can't empty our hands. We're obviously winning here. We give them down to 1, us up to 8, and then we just like lose to Chavez mid. I'm gonna stand for 1 point. Show me your Chavez. Hey, Nox Prox. Thank you for the 42 months. I appreciate the tier 3. Welcome back. Yeah, maybe it was right to just go for the gamble on the Hobgoblin the previous turn. You definitely see that, especially with the Angela lined up. Like, they're kind of likely to play into the Angela path, too. I think that's a good take. We're supposed to risk it for the biscuit with the Hobgoblin mid. I can't decide if I like Ghost Rider in a more mid-range shell or a more go bigger ramp style decks. Let's try this to start. I will say it's pretty peak Twitch chat that we make the comment, the Ghost Rider shell can slot into most things, and then some fucking wanker in chat pipes up like, oh, Jeff, there's this one specific deck that doesn't want the Ghost Rider combo. And it's like, well, yeah, if you listen to the words that actually fell out of my mouth before you tried to actually me, you'd hear me say the word most. I get that you were just like waiting to try and get the streamer person, but you like take a deep breath and wait and see. You'll note that we accounted for that. Bear Z, thanks for the 11 months. Welcome back. Mr. Negatives, obviously very bad. District X deck. All right, turn 7 District X game. I think we're gambiting, right? Have a chance to hit Maximus here. This doesn't even seem very good. I think we just like gambit and pass. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Shadow. Game's definitely a ton of fun. We should negative and pray. Oof. Not only do we discard one of our better cards, but we also hit their worst card. Gambit is very, very bad, yes. Very, very, very bad. They just played their hand out in full. It's kind of brutal. I guess we'll do these here and hope for the best. Okay, sure. Is the thing enough to win? Enough to win here? Because remember, this is gonna go back up to 9 over here because they're gonna play their only card out. Also have a Chavez in their District X deck.
It's collaborate time. Victory.
It was definitely a botcha. Alright, we just need to draw a big thing, chat. We've got Lady Sif and Ghost Rider. Just waiting.
Victory.
I really hope they both fix the system and do something to punish people that are doing this. So, Squirrel Girl on 1, concede, lets you lose a cube, but it counts as winning 3 locations towards your season pass points. No, it's not quest completion. They're basically stealing credits in season pass levels. There's a few people who have higher account levels than Darren's because they're running this on basically a bot. They play Squirrel Girl or a 1-drop, they concede. They play Squirrel Girl or a 1-drop, they concede. Because you get season pass experience for every location that you win in a game. Yes, yeah, and if you get to infinite before you start doing it, you don't even lose cubes. Extend all, thanks for the 2 months, welcome back. I've got a fatty and a Ghost Rider, waiting for a wonderful Lady Sif. I'm gonna storm the Mindscape.
Wind, aid my hand.
Opponent snapped.
Juggernaut actually means we get to win the flooding here, which is huge, he says before his opponent plays Jubilee. Then if we draw Lady Sif next turn, we actually get to go like 20 power over here into Murder Worlds.
Oh, snap.
Alright, so if we high roll here, we get both Odin and Magneto into Murder Worlds. Rats, we low rolled. Five mana, 19 power is still pretty not bad though.
Victory.
Yep. I'm telling you, chat. I played a little bit with this Ghost Rider deck after I opened it off stream last week, and it actually just feels like playing this game on easy mode. It's easily one of, if not the most powerful thing you can be doing. And Ghost Rider and Nakia are the 2 best cards in the current balance patch. I don't think it's particularly close. Yay, 50 more gold. There is a deck called Death Wave that makes the rounds that plays Death. That's very good. So am I happy with Lady Sif and Ghost Rider only giving Hobgoblin? I think so. I think Ghost Rider here. Get into it. It's not the bomb I wanted for Christmas. It's the danger of Hobgoblin ship. My big brain play, I almost put the Juggernaut left there too. Would have been huge brain. What's going on, Negative? Thank you for the 40 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Game ends on turn 4. All right. I just play wave mid, and then we Magneto left.
Oh, snap.
Because the line. Well, I mean, now we just do that, right? Well, I guess if they play a big 6-drop here, they beat me on a tiebreaker. They're only going to be +6 here. We tie here. We win here, and then they play. They need to play something bigger than 6 here as possible. Is Lady Sif the only way to enable Ghost Rider in this deck? Yeah. That's plenty. Your deck's only 12 cards, chat. You see most of it every game. And the games where you don't get Sif Ghost Rider, you just like play Wave or other disruptive elements and play a more fair game.
I am.
Get wrecked. No Infinite. Yeah, you can't cast Infinite.
Victory.
So like both of my bombs are castable. Or all my bombs are castable. Hobgoblin's kind of a bomb. Well done, thanks dude. There, it ranked 90 shit. I was floating at like 82 all week while I was playing off stream. And then I opened Ghost Rider and flew up to almost 90 very quickly. You still don't have Ghost Rider? That's brutal. Yeah, just got mine this week. Good old rock chat. Nothing beats rock. Speaking of. Okay, now do we Quake middle to make their rock no longer be in DC? I don't know if it's the correct play, but it's definitely the sweet play, so sign me up. And then we put him into Clintar at that too. That's so great. Nom nom nom.
Oh, snap.
Snap the bot here. Okay, so we Hobgoblin, Clintar, and then we Ghost Rider, Juggernaut into Subterranea to win next turn. He says before the bot plays 2 cards into Clintar. God damn it. Are we torched? I think we're torched, right? Oh, wait. Does this win it? Because Ghost Rider grabs Magneto. He's 17. This is plus 25, right? Oh, we'll tie the Punisher, right? And then we'll lose the tiebreaker. Does that math out correctly? There's a Magneto under Ghost Rider. So 25, 30. Won't Magneto move stuff? No? I could Juggernaut here, Ghost Rider, Magneto would pull this out. And then I have 16, 15 here, but they're only -9, so we're still losing that.
Escaped.
But none of the permutations work here for us yet. There's a Cosmo over here. So I can't Ghost Rider here and Juggernaut, right? It's Cosmo. Cosmo says there's no honor reveals. Fordall, thank you for the 2 years and for the absurd tier 3 support. Welcome back. I appreciate it.
Oh, snap.
Hello! I'm not a bully opponent. I just have my combo in my opener, so I'm snapping. Okay, so with Hobgoblin into Atlantis, we almost assuredly win that. So I think I'm going to Storm Grand Central into Ghost Rider the Magneto out into it next turn. And then we'll Hobgoblin here on 5 and win left and right.
Wind, aid my hand.
We're going to go up to 15 here. We're still good, right? 17 and then go to 16. Okay, good job. I love Hobgoblin chat. It's one of my favorite effects in the game. It screws with people like just the right amount. We're rewarded for stamping early there. I mean, they were committed once they saw our cards. Yeah, we keep gaining more credits, but I don't have boosters to spend. 2,000 credits. Have any good decks with Spider-Man in it yet? I think it's like a fine disruptive card in mid-range decks. It's also a soft combo with Professor X. Poked it a little bit, but I haven't found anything I really love yet. So if Lady Sif discards Odin, and then you Ghost Rider the Odin back, Odin will re-trigger your Lady Sif and Ghost Rider again, which is lovely. Sweet. And now we have the Storm Juggernaut combo here as well. I don't think they're likely to play into the Space Throne this turn, so we'll just like Storm there into Juggernaut there next turn, and then we'll win that. Stupid bots shit.
Wind, aid my hand.
I guess they could also be attacking the Space Throne with a Storm or something. It is a bot, and they were doing that. Now, unfortunately, Juggernaut doesn't lock this up because we had priority there. It's a little sad. No waves. That way we have a safe window to play Hobgoblin next turn. Wave making it so your opponent can only put one card out predictably goes a long way towards making Hobgoblin mitigate some of its downside. We've got 4 cards in our deck, so we're 25% to draw Ghost Rider next turn. Might be wrong to commit into the runes. Might be better to go into the Wakandan Embassy.
Opponent snapped.
Okay, so if I just go Juggernaut plus Sentinel here, we'll have 11 in the middle, and then assuming they play out at least one card, we're winning the Embassy, and then we're pushing, so long as we don't push 10 power into here, we're good. Hey. Get wrecked on tiebreakers, Chip. So, again, tiebreaker is total powers. They're up 20 here. We're only up 10 here, so we lose. There been a release date for this game in the US? No, video game companies don't do firm release dates. Because then when you set a firm release date and you miss it, everybody complains that you missed your release date. So, it's ready when it's ready. If you do a quick Google search, you can sideload your way into this game right now with very little effort. On both Android and iOS. A lot of bots this afternoon. Or like one negative zone to the right, please. I guess we just storm Jug the negative zone now, huh? Nice, that hit their 2/1 drop, so Killmonger will be able to clean that out later. That's funny, the floating animation was in the wrong spot because of, what's it called? I think we just Killmonger Black Widow mid and then drop Magneto on the last turn. Because Killmonger's gonna clean out the ninja here.
Opponent snapped.
Oh my gosh, we lost because we cleared the spot out for them. That's super unfortunate.
Defeat.
If I'd have waved into Black Widow, we actually win just because they filled the center. The bots have been kind of correct today. In it, there's... The bots are basically like playing a different game because the types of things you have to play around them doing are very different than the types of things you have to play around a normal human doing. And it changes the entire dynamic of the game. Take one of their draws away here. Okay, and there's a Lady Sif with the Odin here. So we'll get to run the full combo here, where next turn we'll get to Ghost Rider, and then we'll get both of these. Oh, Titan counts as... That's so weird to me. It's weird to me that things like Titan count as... It's weird to me that things like Titan count as reducing the cost, but for things like Crimson Cosmos, you don't. Well, they're also playing Black Widow. Interesting. I guess we just Odin here and like stick another card in their hand, huh? Okay, so we're up 2 here, and we're up here, but we just Black Widowed into their hand again. So they just like, they only have the Widow's Bite in hand, chat. That's so sick there. So they're actually just guaranteed to lose, because their only card is the Bite for Widow here. Nice. I'd like to answer your question with a question. Should you take Odin and put in Infinite for more Ghost Rider synergy? What percentage of games do you think I lose after I Lady Sif Ghost Rider put Odin into play and then get to Lady Sif Ghost Rider put another thing into play? And that's the thing I think a lot of people aren't thinking about with these decks. Like, everybody just, like, brain dead slotted Infinite into all of their Ghost Rider decks. And, like, Ghost Rider wins most games without that over-the-top play. And then I don't have this shitty Infinite in my deck that's literally just a dead card, but I don't have Ghost Rider and Lady Sif. Now, there are some very small subset of games where having a 20 point swing is good. Is gonna win you that you wouldn't win otherwise. But I think more often than not, you'd rather just have something that's more consistent. My pro bots or anti bots. I think having bots at the bottom end of the ladder as a way to having bots at the bottom end of the ladder as a way to put extra cubes into the system is good, but I think the higher up you get in ranks, especially closer to infinite, people should just have longer queue times. I also think it's a problem that's going to naturally just be a non-issue once the game... It's going to naturally be a non-issue once the game's not in closed beta anymore. Okay, so I think this is actually a funny we quake the superflow to try and turn off the superflow for them, right? Nailed it. The design on Quake is really interesting. I think I like her. Juggernaut the vault here, I think. Hopefully he goes right. Nailed it. Hobgoblin into the vault here. So we're obviously punting this location. So the question then becomes, how much are we playing into the vault before we eventually do this next turn? Do they beat 10 in the vault this turn with 5 resources? They could. I kind of want to play Black Widow this turn, if I'm being honest. The question is, do I want to play... Yeah, I like Widow to Brick of Chavez if they have her. I'm going to put 3 more into here, then we're up 13. I think being up 13 in the vault's probably enough. Oh, wow, they all just played out mid. Oh, that's a sick beat. We got hosed by priority in 2 different ways. Killmonger would have killed Ant-Man, and now we lose to Chavez, right? We can bail out.
Escaped.
Why did they play out Swarm? I don't know. They had the soul read on my Widow's Bite, or they were watching the stream and knew I was about to give them a Widow's Bite. What determines priority? The person that's currently ahead on board flips first, and that's indicated visually by the gold around player names. And in a spot like this on turn 1 where it's tied, it's assigned randomly. So Floppy Taco would flip up here on the first turn. This turn doesn't really do much for us. Sentinel. Yes, cards that screw with the priority system would be Sweet Designs. I agree with that. Okay, so we can Ghost Rider Killmonger now. I don't know if that's particularly good, but it's technically a line that's available to us. Why is Sentinel in the deck? Because I didn't want to play Domino, and I wanted another 2-drop to play on curve. So is there a different 2-drop that's better than Sentinel? Open to suggestions. Sentinel is just like a fine rate card. It's a real shame they didn't Scorpion my Hobgoblin. Would have been the value play for us. You like armor? I don't know if there's enough Shang-Chi for that to be a thing. Also, like, you often don't want to Ghost Rider the same slot that you armor, so... a huge fan. It's like pretty whatever against the Deathwave deck. Yeah, Sentinel fills curve really eloquently. Absolutely. Okay, I think we hobgoblin here. See what they do. Are they they're probably a Cerebro deck, huh? Based on their like motley crew of 3-power things they've played out.
Opponent snapped.
Okay, I'm gonna bail. I don't think we're far enough ahead to beat a snap.
Escaped.
Any 2-drop. %50 to have a 2-drop there. Sad that we missed it. Got time, Lady Sif. Welcome to the party. You ever tried bluffing a snap to make your opponent retreat? Well, one, bluffing a snap is extra bad when you're streaming. Just incredibly unlikely to work. And two, in general, people don't really fold the bluff, so it's just like not good value to do. Killmonger mid here. We end up with 7 power here. Well, the fact that they flipped Khazar makes Killmonger less exciting. The fact that I played it out early. I guess I want to just wave here now, right? Oh, we can Odin the Killmonger. Yeah, that's true. I think I still just want to wave here, right? Well, that's awkward. Huh? Ed? I'm staying for 1 cube. This is a 1-mana play, and they have priorities. They flip up first. They get to make 1 play here. Yeah, their Scarlet Witch was really good here. Letting them take away Lemuria. Nailed it, chat. What a skill game. Easy game. I'm really glad Odin's not Infinite here. That's for sure. I mean, having cards we can actually play goes a long way.
Victory.
Okay, We draw a Black Widow next turn. We have the Widow Wave Odin combo. Sad. Let's shuffle this. Old naked Ghost Rider shit. Huh. I think we actually just Odin the Monster Island now, right? And then we can Sif Ghost Rider next turn, and then we can double 3 on the last turn.
Oh, snap.
Although I guess we need to draw one of our bombs for Sif Ghost Rider to be good here. We need to draw Magneto or Hobgoblin, which we're 2 out of 5 to do. Agatha does explain the naked Ghost Rider, for sure. Quake messing with the animations from all the things is really funny. They played 2 cards. That bodes well for us winning Monster Isle with 8.
I am Iron Man.
It's good beats.
Victory.
Our Magneto is even a little late to the party there and still just plenty good. Is that a snap? I think that might be a snap with the Black Widow. I don't know. I want to do it. Couple of bites in their hands. Yeah, I mean, this actually makes it even better for us, right? Because it means they just, like, have 2 fewer spaces now, and the Widow's Bite's gonna take up 2 more. It's Morbin time, shit. Elysium, eh? Well, now we, like, wave into Odin the Black Widow, right? Sounds great. Oh my gosh. Are they Nakia-ing this turn so they didn't play out the Widow's Bites? So they're just, like, not gonna have draws? They totally did. Oh, that's great for us. Maybe I should have waved onto Carmitage. Just for maximum rubs. Hey, this is definitely the play now. It's possible Wave should have gone over here, though. Odin generates 2 bites here. And then they moon girled. don't even know if we're winning this game, but it's kind of hilarious. I mean, I'm having a good time, chat. And really, at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? Put a smile on my face. I don't think I want to Killmonger yet, right? Because I don't want to open up space for them in the middle. A Storm Center just to add extra power. I think I want the cost reduction from Elysium here.
Wind, aid my hand.
I think we're unfortunately going to lose, chat. I should have played Wave over here to Odin the Waves with giving them a bunch of things. I believe we are torched here. If I'd have stopped them from flooding the board like this last turn, we'd have been well off. I could have Odin the Wave. No, the bites are zeros, unfortunately. I messed up. I should have put the wave on the left. I was thinking I wanted to double spell the turn after, but them getting to like 5x spell is obviously better than me double spelling. I should have been focused on the downside it caused to them and not the downside it caused to me. It was way bigger downside for them. Yeah, we're playing a bot. These monochrome, what's it called? Our bot things. Honestly, just in terms of content, I hope we get open beta soon, just so there's less bot matches. Yes, there's a lot of variation in bot names. Definitely snap them on here.
All systems go.
I'll just Juggernaut here. It'll kick to the right, hopefully. Or if it kicks center, 12 should be enough to beat center. I have exactly one card here. Spud.
Wind, aid my hand.
Victory.
Victory. To our second Killmonger split chip. Thanks everybody for hanging out this afternoon, by the way. But if you do follow since we flipped that over to Snap, welcome. If you're new, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. Do a lot of card games and other strategy games with playing an unhealthy amount of Snap. since it got into their closed beta. Game is a ton of fun. If you enjoy the vibe of the channel, be sure to check out my Snap-related YouTube channel as well. Post deck highlights there, usually 4 or 5 days a week. There's a bunch of stuff up there from earlier this week. Nothing to do on one. Black Widow is kind of like a double-edged sword into Nidavellir, because it gives them a free 5 power thing here. Although maybe we Black Widow left and then plan to Quake this to somewhere else. I guess that didn't end up working out exactly how we wanted it to, huh? Can we just storm here? And then we'll hobgoblin it next turn?
Wind, aid my hand.
Oh yeah, we have Hellmonger now too. Okay, and now we just get to Juggernaut here. To guaranteed keep them out. I think that's a snap. Then we get to Killmonger plus Sentinel next turn. And then hopefully they play this turn out, assuming they can just save a mana to let Sunspot win here, and then Killmonger messes them up. We could get Helen here. Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see. Hela is definitely one of the more powerful cards you can play in this game, especially alongside Invisible Woman. I'll be interested to see what her power level looks like once everybody has her post-Nexus events. Feels like a card that could definitely be omnipresent, although not everyone will have Invisible Girl to build with her. Yeah, Quake is super buggy with location animations. Okay, so we have Sentinel on 2 into Storm Juggernaut on 3/4. There's a Lady Sif to perhaps Odin with the Ghost Rider down the line as well.
This land is always changing.
Alright, well, let's nip that in the bud. Oh, I technically missed a draw because of Sentinel, but it was a draw for their deck, so whatever.
Aid my hand.
Feels like we're punting Murray Isle angle. And then I think with the Ghost Rider draw, we just snap here. Ooh, this Juggernaut could really mess them up. He's gonna relocate 2 things here. So if I do this we get Odin, and then we also get
Opponent snapped.
we also get our other second highest cost card from the hand. This is a spot where not having an input on typically feels a little bad. That's only going to be 15. It's only going to be 18 power here into Olympia, so that's probably not good enough, right? Can we stay in here? Now we're hoping to draw Magneto. 50%. Hobgoblin. I'm also not sure that Hobgoblin is the ideal third bomb. It's cute with Wave, but this is another spot where, like, obviously it would just be better as another big thing. If we would have hit Magneto here like we were 50% too, we would have had 15-27 on the left, which almost assuredly wins it. But unfortunately, we are torched here. We're going to bail out. Oh, I guess they also drew one card out of our deck, right? So we weren't necessarily 50% tip Magneto there, because it could have been the card that they drew. Oh, yeah, that's true, too. The Wave messes up what gets discarded there. That's a good thought. I think about that. Okay, well, cards have to be played here 5. Kind of sets up to Lady Sif, Ghost Rider, the Odin here on 5, right?
Opponent snapped.
He snapped the Dark Dimension, huh? That's interesting. We're definitely staying in. I wonder if they're playing the Hella deck again. Okay, well, this means we win center almost assuredly.
Oh, snap.
Scamba a little bit, huh? Great, we won our 50%er.
I am Iron Man.
My body is ready to lose to Hella. Out of the left side, out of the right side. It is Iron Man here is super spooky. And I ought to be a fish and give him some cubes. Yeah, we're gonna get Helen. I actually just had the Stone Cold Nuts. Are you kidding me?
Victory.
All right. Sometimes lucky, I guess. sometimes lucky. Yeah, 0-0. And then we're up by 25 and they're only up by 15. All right, yeah, we definitely take those. I thought we were a torch for sure. We are definitely collecting games for the highlight reel on that one. That one gets to make it. Sure, 1 mana sensible sounds lovely. Just wave, huh? Alright, get our Magneto down. This animation speed desperately needs to be sped up. There's a few of those in the game. Huh? Do we hide Magneto? I'm gonna hide Magneto in the Dream Dimension. Wow! This card is significantly worse, chat. Big oof. Oh, you know what? Magneto is gonna suck Devil Dino over to the right here, so we might not lose mid. We have how much power here? 15? I think we just do this, right? Then we play to win left and right. See how much they want to play out here. We could realistically win any two of these 3 lanes here, depending on how the Magneto plays out. A total of 21 here, so we're 18, 5, 21. The Ghost Rider path is full here, so I don't have to worry about flipping Hobgoblin up. Opponent retreated.
Victory.
Yeah. Location is such a headache on the last turn, trying to figure out, can you beat what permutations you can beat. So is this a Killmonger on 3 game? Feels like it is, right? Just so that way we take the Nova out before Bucky can do his thing, or before they can flood their board. This could be wrong, but I kind of like it. effectively a 0 value Nova. Yeah, and then, yeah, I think we jug the ice box. That way, if they go to blow this up this turn, it goes somewhere else. That's pretty funny right there. What if I arrow right? To keep them from killing Bucky. They could be a destroyer deck with the Cosmo, that's true. I'm actually kind of hosed in the event of destroyer, right? I guess arrow pulls destroyer here and wrecks the rest of their board, actually. So maybe that's fine. I can move the Hobgoblin here and then arrow here, and then I move this here, and then we tie here. Wait, does that work? If I assume their last play is destroyer? Odin can send Hobgoblin back. That's true. That's true. And we could do this to win center here too, potentially. This is the line, right? Because they can't play destroyer anywhere but here. I think we do this so we step.
Victory.
Yeah, they're definitely a destroyer deck. 110%. Cosmo the destroy elements. You confident these turn 6 snaps aren't losing you cubes? I am not. There's actually no way to know the answer to that question, really. Depends on the caliber of player you're playing against. That's a good beat. Yeah, I'm gonna snap Blevins on that one, I think.
Oh, snap. Victory.
We're a bully, chat. Big bully. Is Quake any good? I have no idea. I just got like a bunch of curve filler 2-drops. Quake and Sentinel are replacement level cards. Play whatever you want in those slots. I will say she's really funny into Superflow. This is the second time we've gotten to do this to someone today. And it feels real good every time. It's like, and for my next trick, what if I wave to Hobgoblin into the Superflow here? I kind of like it. Snap before they see the hobgoblin. Believe in magic. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, do I want a Sif Rider? The question is if I Sif Rider... I guess if I Sif Rider here, it'll re-trigger wave for next turn. Yeah, I kind of like that, I think, actually. And do I play into the left? We have a chance to win the left here with Hobgoblin. I like this, I think. Well, that's a sick beat. I think we might actually have a shot here, though, right? We'll see. I'm gonna stay it. I'm a fish. I'm gonna go fishing with this juggernaut here. Hit something over here. Hit something over here. Middle is also fine. Sick. What a silly game. That was a fantastically silly game. With the Quake Super Flow to the Hobgoblin. I think Gap might have been right that I was wrong to Hobgoblin as early as I did, but I didn't want to get got by like committing it here and then having them hell of the turn that I Hobgoblin. Maybe because I had Super Flow, that was fine. Wild game. When the leader flipped up, I clenched a little bit. All right, chat. It looks like it is about 5 after 3. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the day. I appreciate everybody that hung out and the new follows. Welcome on in. If you enjoy the vibes of the Snap content and you want to check out more of it, be sure to check out my Snap dedicated YouTube channel, Hoaglandia Snap. Streaming here and making content is my full-time job, and I would love being able to justify doing more Snap than anything else. This game is definitely the thing I've been enjoying the most lately. So if you enjoy it, make sure you follow here on Twitch. You give the sub over on the YouTube channel. If you could really afford to support Prime subs or paid subs here on Twitch are what keep a roof over my head. I appreciate the folks that do that. I'll be back with more live content for the next 7 days straight. I was off this last week from live stuff, so I'm gonna be live tomorrow, Sunday, and then every day next week. We're gonna be playing a few hours of Magic in the morning to start, and then we're gonna do 2 to 3 hours of Marvel Snap here in the afternoon to wrap things up. We're starting about 1 o'clock Central till about 3, 4 o'clock Central, depending on how I'm feeling and what the viewer numbers look like. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Friday. Hope you have a great start to your weekend. Peace, folks.